To get award-winning online protection for just $39.99 your first year. That's McAfee.com/online protection. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Recently, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous two-year contracts, they said, what the f*** are you talking about? Insane Hollywood accent. So to recap, we're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows. Full terms at mintmobile.com.
Hello and welcome to the program. Good morning. In this episode, we're talking about FBI clueless about New Jersey UFO drones. That's correct. FBI clueless about New Jersey UFO drones. Sad state of affairs, I suppose, when a government investigative group that has a budget of over $11 billion, where the average investigator makes estimated around $100,000 a year, it doesn't seem like you can find the actual amount. Let's just say 6 figures. And we have them on the ground in New Jersey, and they can't figure out what's going on. Of course, if you've been paying any attention to the news at all lately, you've seen what looks like a UFO invasion happening over New Jersey, among other places. I found this article on Outkick.com. It says FBI official makes very troubling claim about UFO drones. This article came out December 11, 2024, I think today, Wednesday. It says there are few answers available about the drones flying around New Jersey. UFOs and unexplained things in the sky are among the most popular topics in America. They're very simple.
Let me get my card check.
Simply don't have a clue what's going on. Inquiry is what motivates so many conversations and theories. Although the situation in New Jersey is at a new level of concern, FBI is reporting massive drones flying around New Jersey. Drones as large as SUVs, smaller drones, have been spotted over New Jersey, and it appears the government is scrambling to find information, failing to do so. Now look, if you see these videos, some of them deal with different drones, yes, some of them I just can't tell.
How many people are gonna pass the red? One.
Robert Weaver, old Congress people, and here, they have accepted the official ID who was operating the drone. Well, then, there's a guy who's probably about never knows well. In fact, he's around there $50,000 a year. All the Congress is saying, well, you don't know what time. We'll what they're doing. In fact, it sounds like the FBI or the government have absolutely no clue what's going on. That should help you synchronize people more president is coming. This is kind of a normal thing. You see this happen all the time. You have some terrible thing will happen.
Get that on the freeway, try not to crash.
And I suppose that after something happens with these UFOs like drones, I'll talk to those on their radar as well. It says you can watch those comments below and let me know what your thoughts are. I'm glad to know the United States military has the world's greatest military, strongest economy, a seemingly endless supply of money for every project in all the countries we live in. But we still can't figure out what's flying around the sky. That's not good. How about we shoot some of these things down? Speculation. Seriously, why are you shooting these things down? We're asking. Speculation. It's possible. What kind of behind the around sensitive sites? Yeah, I don't want to find out. It's all speculation. What happens? Did that sooner rather than later? So I took find these guys who put up signs around Area 51 explaining that you'll be shot on sight if you go past an unmarked boundary, basically. But they can't shoot down a drone and you know over the swing puck in the area. Crazy. I mean, you don't have to shoot down got more folks in this house. I couldn't get down like when I got like weight from the silver thing bed. I don't think this is just nuts. It says on this, well, there's nothing you can do about it. I found another article talking about just the uncertainty around this stuff. What are these from? This is from Inquirer.com. It says, I'm a UFO researcher from New Jersey. Situation's out of control. This is an improving situation, which is why the citizens must demand that the Pentagon will release electronics in American media. Now, that's much more size and shape, many bright red lights that persist for days or weeks after years of such events around U.S. sites equipped with the most advanced sensors available. You'd think the military could offer some answers to these public concern. I think people are assuming there's a level of confidence in our government and our military that's just not there. As an aside, if you do any kind of historical research, you'll understand that, of course, the U.S. won World War II because we just outproduced everybody else. But a big thing on the battleground was that soldiers on the ground were allowed to make decisions, unlike the German soldiers. This was a good thing because it helped compensate for the incompetence of the officers. And believe me, if you talk to some of these ground soldiers who watch these documentaries, I had a great uncle who fought in World War II. What you learn from talking to these guys, usually kind of reading between the lines even, is the level of incompetence and how many lives were lost because young people were in charge. And really, the only reason any of them came back with anything other than a casket was because soldiers were allowed a measure of autonomy on the ground. Otherwise, they would have been wiped out. People underestimate the level of competence. They underestimate the level of competence in our military. They underestimate the level of competence in our government, at the workplace, in the hospitals of service. Incompetence is everywhere. And I really think there's a lot more incompetence these days than there is intelligence. Just remember that. Don't look to authority to point you in the right direction. I could come up here with 15 examples right now when people follow the authority figures while they ended up unalive. So use your own brain. It says, unfortunately, that's not the case. It's referring there back to the military and knowing what to do. When asked about the progress addressing these incursions during the December 5th news conference, the Department of Defense spokesman, Major General Pat Ryder, declined to comment. This lack of transparency is unnerving. Unknown craft are flying over my community and sensitive U.S. facilities worldwide. Last week, the anniversary of Pearl Harbor reminded us of failures to identify aircraft and effectively share information that lead to tragic results. Providing answers shouldn't be deferred. Maybe residents worrying it's flying above our heads. Well, we did have 9/11. Some officials call them drones or unmanned aircraft systems, flying known technology or origin, while others refer to them as unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs, suggesting something completely unknown. This distinction between what's known and unknown is critical, as each presents unique challenges requiring tailored solutions. During a sensitive Armed Services Committee hearing on November 19th, Senator Kristen Gillibrand, Democrat, New York, indicated some of these incursions are from unidentified anomalous phenomena. For one, we don't have domain awareness, which is very problematic. Number two, we don't have superiority if we don't understand how different UAPs are flying, what technology they're using, what their mission is, what their purpose is. And at the base level, we have so many UAPs around our bases, around our military sites, around our nuclear sites, that's deeply disturbing, medically considered. That is a disturbing situation, which is why we as citizens must demand that the Pentagon release more information to both Congress and the American people. They're talking about a group that's missing $2 trillion. Okay, I don't think they care about giving you information on UFOs, especially when they probably have no idea themselves what's going on, except for maybe that very group at the top, that group above the columns elite. That could very well likely be in communication with these things while they tell us to stand down. In September, since I spent 2 days visiting the offices of members of Congress to promote the Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena Disclosure Act, why not just call it UFOs? It's so much easier. A bipartisan effort led by Senator Mike Rounds, Republican South Dakota, and co-sponsored by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Rounds of South Dakota, is he the one that just turned over Mitch McConnell? I wouldn't put a whole lot of hope in him in that disclosure if that's the case. I have to check on that. The bill seeks to compel federal agencies to disclose their findings on unidentified anomalous phenomena to Congress and the public. I acknowledge that national security implications must be considered before sharing sensitive about these objects that risk putting our hand to adversaries. But when unidentified aircraft are penetrating our defenses and arriving at our doorsteps with impunity, it's time for the Pentagon to show its cards. The citizens we deserve the truth, and we're prepared to handle it. I used to think that we were prepared to handle it until a respiratory virus got turned loose about 4 years ago. And then I really decided, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we aren't prepared to handle that sort of stuff. When I saw people engaging in some of the most illogical, dumb behavior I have ever seen. Just saying. It's not just UFO researchers. It's not just the FBI that has no clue. We even have some mayors around New Jersey that are saying, hey, listen, being given the stand-down order by the governor and by the FBI is not helping. And we need to have this looked into. Let's take a look at what they have to say. Now, the situation with the drones, it is kind of blowing up in a way. There's just too many of them. The debunkers are not able to really personally people seeing these things enough. But people just want answers. This article is from abcnews.gov.com. This is New Jersey mayor's pen letter demanding action on mysterious drone sightings. The large drones have been repeatedly spotted in New Jersey in recent weeks. This article by Julia Weinstein gave December 9th. We've got a little video here along with it. The mayors of 21 towns in New Jersey are demanding action in a letter sent to Governor Phil Murphy over mysterious drones that have been spotted flying overhead in recent weeks. Since mid-November, large drones of uncertain origin have been repeatedly spotted in the sky over central and northern New Jersey. The drones, which are larger than the type typically used by hobbyists, due to the proximity to both the military installations like Donald Trump's Bedford golf course. Now, notice again, they are calling these things drones, even though we don't know what they are. In a letter, the mayors in Morris County called for a full investigation into the drones to determine origin, purpose, and compliance with applicable regulations. They also demanded the implementation of measures to prevent right there, law enforcement, politicians, they've just been cut out of the loop. While the benefits of drone technology are widely recognized when used responsibly and the lack of information information and clarity regarding these operations has caused fear and frustration among our constituents from Mayor's Road. We're talking about talking around the subject. Despite inquiries made to local authorities, we have yet to receive satisfactory answers about the purpose, operators, or safety goals governing these flights. The Federal Aviation Administration has imposed drone flight restrictions while authorities investigate. I can see that drones are a little concerned about that. Local police previously said there is no known threat to public safety. That tells you right there that your police force is incompetent, because there is a threat. It's in the air. It's being there. We don't know what it is. A potential threat at the very least. Morris County Sheriff James Gannon would like to inform everyone that the recent drone activity observed by many in our communities is being actively investigated. There is no advisable immediate danger to the public at this time, the Morris County Sheriff's Office said in a statement.
You might not consider yourself a tech expert, but that doesn't mean you can't protect yourself from online scammers with a little help from McAfee Total Protection. Whether it's a fake missed delivery text or an urgent bank alert, these scams can look incredibly convincing. That's where McAfee Total Protection steps in. So go ahead, manage your finances and shop online. McAfee will help keep your device's privacy and identity safer. Visit McAfee.com/online protection today to get award-winning online protection for just $39.99 your first year. That's McAfee.com/online protection. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
Ryan Reynolds here for a moment. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited. See mintmobile.com for details.
What's that in the sky?
The same person that can look up into the sky,
You see that in the sky?
and say, well, they must be drones with
You're still on.
stand down. This is ridiculous. Last week, one of the worst in Sunset County said in a statement that they would continue to monitor the drone activity. Yes, just continue to monitor the airplanes until they fly to the building. Having been there before, county and local law enforcement agencies are aware of the recurring reports of drone activity around the worst in Somerset counties and acknowledge and observe these sites, he said. On Monday, a spokesperson for the FBI said the agency is doing all we can to figure out what we can do. The public is involved in the airplane. And I think that's called listen to him online. We're acting on every subject. We get the FBI spokesman said. What a cancer. In a hearing on Fox News Monday, Representative Bill August said that members of the public observe the answers about drones. Maybe on the drones and on the UFOs after the start have also reached out to Catholic to the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI asking questions. And they are aware of this aircraft. They are either unmanned aircraft or drones, and they are still trying to figure out where they are from and who's behind them. But following what happened with the Chinese spy balloon, I simply is not a ground. It's not like the other folks. Look, they don't know what they are, and they have no way of knowing whether they're recognition, whether they're drones, whether they're drones. They just have no clue. I think that we should be taking out of the situation with these UFOs and pictures. We should at least have the community itself that you are served by either the president of the loans or liars. I mean, think about what's happening here. Look at what these people have done here. It's kind of demonstrating how ineffective the government is in dealing with this UFO invasion. From the bottom up, this guy.com says New Jersey lawmaker calls for limited state of emergency for unexplained drone sightings. It's just indicating a threat to the public. Well, if there's no threat to the public, why would you need limited state of emergency? This article says a New Jersey lawmaker calls on the state to issue a limited state of emergency over unexplained drones that have FAA has pledged drone flights. Why would we? The unexplained flying objects notably are larger than the believe at highest have raised a number of security concern over selectivity of military outfits and the dangerous to multitudes of kids. Arsenal in Morris County reported at least 11 confirmed sightings by either a police officer or another security official. According to the FBI, federal officials are doing all they can. Listen to the statement. They can't even write this grammatically correct. According to the federal officials, this is the officials in quotation marks, doing all we can to figure out what's going on. Why are we paying you $160,000 a year when you can't? Grammatically correct sentence. We should be doing all we can to figure out what's going on. Well, and this is not spectacular case. That's not just this one reporter doing that. While the source and cause of these aircraft operating in our area remain unknown, we can confirm that they are not the result of any Arsenal-related activities. Lieutenant Colonel Greg Mon II, the Pickering Arsenal's Garrison Commander, wrote Tuesday in a statement. The FBI advised that the public to call its 800 line to submit tip online by weekend. We are acting on every substantive lead that we get, the statesman told ABC News. The U.S. government has taken a few steps over the years in a slow and shy admission over the existence of what has rebranded. I think we need to say it has been rebranded. The writing is just terrible. As unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAP going so far as to point 2023 a director who oversees UAP activity at NASA. More than 700 UFO reports were made in the last year, according to a recent report by the Pentagon and the Director of National Intelligence, of which we did nothing about, right? On Thursday, Governor Phil Murphy posted on social media that he met with U.S. Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas and his staff, state police officials, and the state's congressional delegation to discuss reporting activity. Blah, blah, blah. We are actively monitoring the situation in close coordination with our federal law enforcement partners on this matter, adding there is no known threat to the public. How would you know that? On Monday, a letter signed by Kamala Harris was sent to the two-term Democratic governor demanding action, saying that despite inquiries, we have yet to receive satisfactory answers about the purpose of operators or safety protocols governing these flights. That night, Bellevue Mayor Michael Melham posted on Facebook indicating a briefing will be held Wednesday on the drone activity with New Jersey State Police and the state's Office of Homeland Security and Preparedness. Take your shoes off at the airport, that we can't tell you what's flying over your house. While the benefits of drone technology are widely recognized, and this is another pet case, while the benefits of drone technology are widely recognized, used responsibly and transparently, the lack of information and clarity regarding these operations caused fear and frustration among our constituents, the group of Mariners Road in part, while also calling for clear communication with the ongoing investigation. This stands in stark contrast when in 2021, residents of Madison spotted serious and mysterious lights in the sky. At least one expert said that it may have been drones participating for a light show. Under the expert yet, anyone? Yeah, you get the gist of these articles. We're getting some of the news reports in the articles, but we're getting a lot of opinionated, we're starting to find cow lots right along with it. And so I guess you got to get through this stuff and see what's happening. What we know for sure right now is that dozens, if not hundreds of people have seen these things. And we've got video recording of them all over the internet. Some look like they're getting guns. Some look like they're getting helicopters. Others just can't explain. There'd be huge craft lit up, not like anyways. There would be UFOs. In fact, there's been reports that one of them has gone down, that they're reporting off the area. I haven't been able to confirm that yet. The fact is, as far as I know, none of these things have been captured, physically taken into custody by law enforcement. Meanwhile, law enforcement tells us that we don't know who is flying these things. And we know it must be human. It's got to either be Honeywell, it could be Chi-Coms or Russians. We don't know, but don't worry about it. You're not in danger. Really. So you've got a craft flying over your house. 100 feet up in the air. I think it might weigh a couple thousand pounds. It's flying around up there. Sometimes it's making noise, sometimes it's not. But you're not supposed to worry about anything. Right? They say that in context. In our history, in the last 20 years now, 20 years, we had 3 buildings brought down by complaints, and then one in another. I don't know. How do you look up in the sky at night in New Jersey, you see this fleet of drones flying over 55 reported that over the ocean, by the way, and not see these things is at least a potential threat. So there we are. The people reported, talk about it, and the government does nothing. The FBI doesn't have a clue. Until next time, this is your
Calling all sports fans, Kicker's the game changer you've been waiting for. Play along with your favorite teams, make picks, and join in on the action all from the comfort of your living room. Even our leaderboards, win rewards, and every game we are more excited. Ready to kick things up a notch? Tap now to start playing with Kicker, where sports fans score big.
There's winter. And then there's winter in southwest Montana. Hot springs that come straight from the earth. Family-owned ski areas with no lift lines. Fresh powder and friendly faces. Snowmobiling adventures in towns where you can warm up, hot coffee, or take a spin on the dance floor. Skate, shred, sled, soak, and sip your way through true southwest Montana.
Big